Right, back live with you tonight, you're in Focus, and thanks for staying on. The City of Johannesburg Executive Mayor, Dr Mpho Phalatse, has been ousted in a motion of no confidence. She previously survived 2 attempts to remove her from her Braamfontein office. Palazzi of the Democratic Alliance was removed with 129 councillors voting against the motion, while 140 voted in favour. Meanwhile, leader of the Patriotic Alliance, Gayton McKenzie, says the DA had reached out to them yesterday night with a power-sharing deal, which they rejected. McKenzie joins me now to make sense of the PA's decision to refuse an offer and their stance on the multi-party governance. Gayton, good evening. Good to have you, and thank you for your time.
Good evening, and thanks for having me.
First, let's start here with a statement that was said by Dr Mpho Phalatse. The city was in good hands. 13 months, a lot has been done under very difficult circumstances. We inherited a broken city, but we were doing our best and plans were in place. Well, was the city in good hands? Is this just the doing of the ANC trying to unravel the city?
The city wasn't in good hands. The city needed a loan, short-term loan. The city couldn't pass a budget. The city didn't even appoint a municipal manager, which is basically a CEO. So services are not rendered in the city of Johannesburg. The city is on the brink of collapse. Now, you must be an imbecile to believe that the city was in good hands.
Now, the Democratic Alliance is saying what essentially is happening here is that the ANC, of course, being their main opposition in a sense, is wanting to remove the DA at all costs, even to the point of putting some stooges there. Stooges, I suppose, is whoever is going to be sitting in this particular administration. Are you ANC stooges, as you are going to be holding some rather important mayoral portfolios?
Let me start here. On some of the farms, when the boss of the farm, when the farmer is sick, and you visit that farm and you ask, how's the farmer doing? And you ask the farmhand or the person working at the farm, how's the farmer doing? He will tell you, we are very sick today. Although he's not sick and the farmer is sick. Now that type of mentality, the DA is displaying with us. They want to decide for the Patriotic Alliance who we should vote for, who we should side with. We are not a sub-branch of the Democratic Alliance. We are a sovereign party. In fact, we don't really like the Democratic Alliance, if we're just being clear about this matter. So what gives them, it is entitlement. You see, entitlement is they think they are entitled to our votes. Now, if they don't like the ANC, we should hate the ANC. If we don't vote for them, then we are corrupt stooges and all sorts of names that we find in the dictionary. So, as far as the DA is concerned, 10 billion, the Auditor General said in Tshwane, there's 10 billion unaccounted for. Now, these are the people that goes around and call people corrupt, but really, where's the 10 billion in Tshwane? That's not the ANC saying that. It's not the Patriotic Alliance saying that. It is the Auditor General. In Central Karoo, where I am the mayor, the Auditor General said you did a good job. In Tshwane, where the DA is in charge, the Auditor General said there's 10 billion unaccounted for. The DA does not know how to govern metros. They know how to govern for rich blacks and rich whites. There's that small members of the population, but they do not know. Go to Khayelitsha, my brother. Go and see the sewage running in the street. Go to Guguletu and see how rats are eating babies. Go to Menenberg, go to Mitchell's Plain, go to Bontehiva. Go and see how it looks there.
Now, as of last night, when we spoke to the chairperson of Action SA, we were led to believe that talks were still underway. I mean, were you part of those talks? Were you engaging in those talks in good faith? Were you expecting something to come out from those talks? Or was the deal already sealed with the minority parties at that time?
No, the deal was not sealed. In fact, the deal was sealed with the DA and Action SA and Freedom Front Plus and IFP and ACDP. The deal was sealed with us. We had the deal. They approached the Patriotic Alliance and they gave us an offer. We gave them a counter offer. They came back with another offer. We agreed. The deal was sealed. The next moment, open the Sunday papers. We read that we are a criminal organization. We read that they will not. We are extorting the DA. I was like, what is happening here? We said, it's cool. Fast forward from Sunday, telling the media all the bad things about the Patriotic Alliance to last night. I slept very late because the offers were coming. They offering us double what they said they're not going to give us. They gave in Herman Mashaba. I must begrudgingly admit tonight that Herman Mashaba tried everything in his power to save this coalition, to a point where Herman Mashaba's Action SA gave up their seats to accommodate the Patriotic Alliance. The DA did everything to sabotage this thing. The DA went out of their way to sabotage this thing. I mean, if somebody comes to you and say, okay, you don't want to give the Patriotic Alliance, we as Action SA, we will give the Patriotic Alliance in order to keep the ANC out.
Yeah.
But the DA then said, no. But let me tell you what is the real reason why they didn't want to, why they wanted this thing to collapse. In fact, tonight they are very happy that this thing has collapsed. Yeah. These are crocodile tears they are crying.
But they are saying, you'll tell me your reason, but they are saying the reason why, for example, they did not want to take that offer that Action SA was making was because that would leave Patriotic Alliance in a much stronger position than they were before they sold out to the ANC. You sold out to the ANC, I suppose, in the time when you removed their speaker from a Joburg City Council. So they're saying, why would they reward you and you come back stronger than you were when you sold out? Bad faith must be punished. It cannot be rewarded.
First, who are they to say we sold out? When we take a decision that benefits the Patriotic Alliance, how is that selling out? I'm not serving on the behest of that Orania FedEx of them. I'm serving on the behest of the members of Patriotic Alliance. So when we see it, we're not going to take decisions. The DA, we are the biggest rival of the Democratic Alliance. We've removed them in Knysna, we've removed them in TWK, we've removed them in Cedarburg, and we're about to remove them in 3 other municipalities in the Western Cape. They are scared of the Patriotic Alliance. We have removed them in El Rado Park, we've removed them in Rege Park. Now, why would we want to listen to our competition that we are beating? When they say we sold out, is when we were not dancing to their tune. Number 2, now if what they are saying is true, why were they willing to offer us this last night? If what they are saying, let's just say they don't want to leave us in a stronger position, why were they willing last night to give us those positions?
So last night, are you saying to us they were now willing to give you their economic development portfolio, which they are saying you mismanaged, and therefore why would they give that back to you?
How can they say let's start with the mismanaging part. These are people that have mismanaged 10 billion worth of municipality. We were a few months in the economic development portfolio. But answer this for me, because not all of us are stupid. The department they're speaking about, economic development, is an 850 million budget. That's the budget of that they don't want to give us because we are not to be trusted. Last night they offered us the transport portfolio, which is 5 billion. Now how does that even make sense? They are lying, they are spinning. That's here. I was watching earlier when he says, I've disappointed him. I must go I don't want to do his principles. How can I follow principles of people that oppressed my parents? Am I crazy? When he says, who is he? That young white boy that says we must listen to him. Who is he? You know what makes me angry? Is that type of entitlement. The only non-whites he ever dealt with in his life is the domestic worker at his house and the gardener. Now when he meets people that deal with him on an equal level, then they speak things like, you betray me when you disagree with me. You sold out when you don't vote with me. That type of mentality is deeply racist and embedded in entitlement. Then the last point I want to raise. Let me tell you, they can spin this all they like. That was not their position. The Action SA gave up the position. And the only reason why they didn't accept the position is because they don't want Mpho Phalatse to rise. If that was Tanya, the white mayor of Ekurhuleni, they would have gone to the ends of the earth to save her. But the problem here, Mpho Phalatse lifted her hand up and said she wants to challenge John Steenhuisen.
Well, today she says she has not made such an announcement. They asked her a little bit earlier on, and she says, no, I'm not. But when I do, I'll certainly make the announcement. And she doesn't believe that's the reason.
You see, that is just politician speaking. She didn't deny that she will never make this. I'm saying to you, call me in 3-4 weeks, because I tell you now what she's going to do. Her campaign is starting tomorrow after she's been removed. Call me in 4 weeks here. Please save this. And she will be on the... She thinks these people are stupid. They don't know that she's been lobbying people to take over and try to challenge. We are collateral damage. Action SA, Freedom Front Plus, IFP. The issue here is, answer this for me. The issue here is Mpho Phalatse. But why would they think they can control the Patriotic Alliance? On Spizani. We are not that type of a party. We will disappoint you because it was on your show where I said, the day when the election results came out, I said, we are willing to work with anybody, including the AWB. Yeah. Don't come and guilt-trip me for saying, oh, he's working with the ANC. I'm not enemies with the ANC. The DA has now chose to be our enemy, but we will still vote for them if we feel these people are not serving our people correctly.
Right. Let's talk about
independent party.
Let's talk about this. The deal with the minority parties. I mean, the DA is going to be putting up its candidate mayor. Action SA, I think we're putting up its candidate mayor. Will you be backing Al-Jamaa?
I must.
Yeah.
Because we gave our word to the Patriotic Alliance. You know what they're doing? This is just play. We will defeat both Action SA tomorrow, and we'll defeat both the Democratic Alliance. Yeah. We've defeated them today. We shall defeat them tomorrow.
So they are saying that with the hope, for example, of what happened in Ekurhuleni, where the EFF and the ANC couldn't agree, and there was a pulling back of that arrangement, and Tanya Campbell emerged again as mayor of Ekurhuleni, and they are pinning their hopes, I suppose, that things might fall apart again in the current coalition arrangement. Is that signed and sealed? Is it tight?
Let me tell you why it will not. The ANC in Ekurhuleni betrayed the EFF the last time. There was an agreement, and that agreement was not kept by the African National Congress. This time, in the city of Joburg, we have closed all the taps we've agreed. Tomorrow we'll be voting for Tapelo Ahmad of Al-Jamaa to come in as the mayor. They can pray and hope that we must fight. We are not going to fight. The one thing that people must realize, and I know this is a very bitter pill. I know it doesn't fall too lacquer on the ear. But people must understand, we are the kingmakers as the Patriotic Alliance in the city of Joburg. If we had voted with the DA, that we would have gotten 137, and the opposition would have gotten 132. But because we voted with the ANC, and the EFF, and Al-Jamaa, and Pope, the Patriotic Alliance is kingmakers. And we will be totally naive not to use that position in politics. Because we talk in politics here. People want us, oh, these people are not stable. They want to run rough shit over you. And you must sit, as we say in Afrikaans, you must say nothing. They will appoint people that is aligned to them. And they say other people do cadre deployment. They will do this, they will do that, they will do this. And you must say nothing. But when you talk, like the PA, then they'll come, run to the media and call you corrupt. One question to the DA that I see nobody asked them. You called us corrupt this weekend. Why did you give the corrupt cabal offer yesterday. Working with criminals is a crime in itself.
They said they were giving you a benefit of the doubt. It was maybe a benefit of the doubt, second benefit. They could even give you a third benefit. But they were giving you a benefit of the doubt after you didn't act in good faith the previous time.
How didn't I act in good faith? Maybe help me here. You help me. How didn't I? Because I get my instructions from the National Executive Committee of the Patriotic Alliance. So maybe help me here. How did I not act in good faith? Maybe there's something I'm missing that you know.
Was there an expectation that you would behave in a particular way as far as the coalition agreement is concerned and live by those values of that coalition agreement?
Number one, Action SA says the DA was wrong. Freedom Front Plus say the DA was wrong. IFP said the DA was wrong. ACDP said the DA was wrong. PA said the DA was wrong. Why is it so hard for you guys in the media to understand that these people are wrong? Why must we are the usual suspects, we know that, but we owe no party, including the ANC, our vote. We vote with who we want, when we want, how we want, in the fashion that we want. Nobody tells the Patriotic Alliance, we are not owned, we don't take people's money, we are self-funded. People must not come here and give up. We don't take instructions from funders to make it clear here today. Anybody that depends on the votes of the PA and become entitled to that votes, you will be very disappointed, because we do for our people, not for our funders, not for our imaginary funders, not for the people that they do things for. We owe no one except the people that voted for the PA. And if you didn't vote for the PA, don't have any entitlement on that vote.
Gayton McKenzie, as always, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on. That is leader of the Patriotic Alliance there, Gayton McKenzie.